Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Christy VANN with VANNtastic Finances, and on this channel I teach velocity banking. So today I want to go over how does putting debt into debt really serve us? Does it really make that much of a difference for us? So let's look at the example here of 5 credit cards with monthly payments totaling $817 per month. For example, card number 1 has a $1,500 balance at a 29% interest rate, bringing the interest charge every month to $36.25 approximately. Credit card number 2 at $1,220 balance has a 26.125% interest rate, bringing a $26.50 in interest charge per month. Card number 3 has a $5,043 balance and the interest rate is 27.99%, which costs about $118 per month. If you add all of this interest up per month that they're currently paying on all 5 cards, it would be $273.16 per month. And the balance of all the cards is $11,292. What happens if we transfer that into a line of credit? We would take the $11,292, pay off all of these credit cards in an hour, right? All of a sudden, that $817 that we were paying on all of these credit cards becomes cash flow. Now, with the current cash flow they have at $111, they now have a cash flow of $928 per month. Still though, how does that help us? Well, if their income is currently at $2,620 per month and their expenses are at $2,509 a month, once we pay off those credit cards, the expenses come down to $1,692 a month. That feels pretty freeing. Now they don't have 5 credit cards to pay every month. They have 1 line of credit. Now this line of credit has interest too, and it stands at 12%. So let's take the $1,192 balance of all 5 cards and charge the 12% interest. Well, you're looking at $113 per month, just for as long as this balance sits at the $11,292. What was that interest over here on all 5 cards? $273.16. That's a savings of $160.16 just in interest charges a month. But let's move on. What if they were to take their income of $2,620 and put into this PLock every month? Now I know what you're saying. Wait, you forgot the PLock or the HELock monthly payment. You didn't add it in here. You don't need to, because once this $2,620 in income goes in, that PLock or HELock payment is satisfied. So there are no additional expenses except for interest on this PLock. And we already saw how much the interest charge has reduced per month, right? So when the income goes in month 1, it immediately brings that balance down to $87.85. So is the charge really going to be $113? Probably not, because you're not going to leave this $11,000 balance sitting here. When your income goes in, knocks this down to $8,785. This will vary every month, okay? We will then add the expenses back in, because you have to pay your monthly expenses. You have to pay your rent or mortgage, your food, your utilities. You might want to get your hair done. You have to have your monthly expenses figured up. Know your numbers. When you have the total number, that's your expenses per month, you will bring them right back out of this PLock or HELock. So when you add the expenses back into the account, you're up to $10,477. It looks a little better than $11,292 that these cards were sitting at, right? Now your new interest would be charged on this lower balance. Now remember, on a line of credit, the banks will do an average daily balance. I'm just taking the interest off of the top high balance, okay? So it's going to vary a little less than what I actually have here. So the interest in month 2 may be around $105, probably less. So then the income would come in sometime during month 2, and your balance would be $7,962. So you will do this income in, expenses out for approximately 9.5 more months, and this account's going to be paid off in full. So in less than a year, you have wiped out over $11,000 in debt, doing nothing different. I mean, your cash flow was $111 per month. You brought it all the way up to $928 within an hour of just transferring your debt to a line of credit you could get under control and pay it off quickly. No second jobs, No standing in a food line. No selling your kids. You did nothing but just put your money where it serves you. We all have a right to know that. We all have a right to know that there's a way to get out of debt without struggling and missing our families because we're working 2 and 3 jobs, delivering newspapers. Do they still do that? Driving Uber, delivering pizzas. You don't have to do that if you put your money in a place where it serves you instead of the banks. I hope this makes sense for you, and I hope it brings value to you. I want you to find peace in your finances. Sometimes it's as easy as this. Getting things under control can be very, very easy. People just don't realize. We're just not aware of how easy it can really be. I have a couple of new services that I want to mention because they can help you get over the hump of where do I start. So I have Where Do I Start emails service. It's an email consultation. You just send me your numbers and I tell you where I would start if I were in your situation. I try to be very detailed with that so that you will have the knowledge you need to get started. I also offer a playlist now for $12.99, and it is little short videos, 2 to 3 minutes long, that explain the basics of velocity banking and helping you understand the terms so that when I am doing these large videos, you know what I'm talking about. I have gotten great feedback from both of those services, and if you must pay somebody to help you get started, then that's your cheap route right there. Find out how you can get started and be a winner today with your finances. It could be as easy as making transfers over into a line of credit, getting free, and enjoying the rest of your summer in absolute peace. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.